Johnny Somali has officially been indicted by South Korean authorities.
Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali is Johnny Somali.
Johnny Somali.
Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali apparently might be taking a really long vacation from content creation.
Imagine being hated so much that almost every day someone is out on the streets looking to confront you. This is the reality for Johnny Somali, a controversial live streamer who has gone from a viral sensation to a symbol of recklessness. From being physically attacked on Korean streets to facing serious legal charges, his actions have set him on a path of destruction, with no way out but jail. Today, we'll explore how Johnny Somali became the most hated live streamer with all of his old to the newest crime he made, so you need to watch several videos for all other crimes, and why South Korea is determined to make an example of him. So, who is Johnny Somali? Born Ramzi Khalid Ismail, this American live streamer gained infamy for his controversial antics and provocative behavior during his travels in Asia. With his signature loud personality, he thrived on creating shocking content that often crossed the line. But what started as a quest for fame quickly spiraled into chaos. Johnny's journey to infamy began in China, where he made a name for himself through his disruptive live streams. However, it was in Japan where he truly cemented his reputation as a troublemaker. From harassing locals to blasting offensive music in public places, Johnny's antics led to his arrest in 2023 for trespassing at a construction site. He disrupted restaurants and mocked Japanese culture, earning him a Y equals 223 for trespassing at a construction site. 0 fine and roughly 3 months in jail. Little after they let him go, because as he apologized and sorry for all things he did and never do it again, but guess what? He lied that in the court, and later on he deleted that video of his apology and took it all back, and even he bragged about he did lie in court on his live stream. He didn't stop there. After this, he went to Israel and did the same thing in Israel as well, and gets beaten up by public multiple times, then arrested by Israel police. After this, he fleeing the counter with an emergency passport because his main American passport allegedly taken away from him by Israel authorities. This was only the beginning of his downfall. He passed 2,415 days. He traveled to Israel for a book tour. Here in Scranton, Johnny turned his sights on South Korea. Here he managed to take his provocative behavior to new heights, with almost every action sparking outrage, and that led him to being travel banned. Even after that, he still keeps doing his streams, like saying nothing has happened, and started doing more worse things because he thinks he'll fly away like the same as last time with his emergency passport. He even posted videos with showing finger with that passport to the government, but little he knows he can't travel until the trials are gone. And now he's forced to pay to stay there until the trial is finished, alongside of paying to lawyer to defend himself, which costs him way more than he earns in this trip, and way more than he will gain fines in the end of the trial. Even after that much hate, he still have no fear, and mocking the people who making video on him by saying he will laugh on the faces on those YouTubers once he gets away from this situation. Let's see all the things he did in South Korea and end up getting in John Wick movie set where he doesn't have power like John Wick, and people are hunting for him. It's also from Japan. He was doing normal IRL streaming and no one watching him. And one day in Subway, he just randomly started saying Hiroshima to a random Japanese person, which he didn't understand. But then he stated saying Nagasaki, and he understand what he's trying to saying. But he kept silence, and he kept advantage and keep saying, "You remember what we Americans did with you, Hiroshima, Nagasaki?" Little but a half American and half Japanese person came to help that person and told him to stop doing this. He did too many things in Japan and end up getting 3 months of jail. After this, he understand the more haters he gets, the more comments his videos get, and he earned more money. So he did the same thing and some more counters, but didn't get those reactions. So he left those trips in only 5-7 days, and then he did the same in Israel and gets the reaction by beaten up by people. He understands this money-making game. So his next step was South Korea. And after just coming, the first thing he did, which is one of the most offensive acts Johnny committed, was his behavior with the Statue of Peace in Seoul. This monument symbolizes the suffering of Korean victims during World War II. Johnny's live stream showed him kissing and behaving disrespectfully with the statue. His actions led to widespread outrage. And while he issued a half-hearted apology, he apologized twice in Japan, and after started doing same things again. He only apologizes whenever people beat him or police arrest him. The most viral one came out when he choked by a stranger on streets of Japan, and then he again arrested because he was playing moaning, quote, anime sounds in front of children and girls. After returning from Japan, he made some video on Japan in which he was talking very negatively about Japan. Seriously, this dud? Hell nah, let's back to the Korea after apology. Same here. He later threatened to repeat his antics if banned from TikTok. And guess what? Yeah, he actually did this again, but this time he did a really die casting act with his friends. He started playing ETA by New Jeans and starts twerking in front of the statue. And so one which really angers a lot of South Koreans. After that, this video gets viral. He understands what he should do next to get more views. He comes again next day, but as video gets viral, people set up blockades in front of the statue. But guess what? He finds another one. And this time, it was beyond the lines. He was playing a biddy song and starts rubbing baby oil all over himself and dancing up on the statue. This time, people really get angry on him and started to looking for him, and he gets beaten up several times by Koreans. Perhaps the most shocking act was Johnny's live stream on a Seoul subway, where he used a text-to-speech program to repeatedly broadcast the phrase, "I have a bomb." This prank caused panic among passengers and violated South Korea's strict anti-terrorism laws. The potential penalty? Up to 7 years in prison. But that's just one of the charges he's now facing. One more viral and annoying thing that he doses in Korea at a 7-Eleven store, dancing on Gangnam Style, disturbing the customers their peace. He bought some ramen and soju, which is Korean alcohol, but you're not allowed to drinking it. In 7-Eleven only can buy from there, but he did drink there and show his anger to the worker of 7-Eleven, which is an old lady, and he also poured the ramen onto the table and starting throwing on random customers. And when a woman called police, checked what he said to her. Here is one more viral moment. When he was not able to buy a ticket on Subway, he forced a kid to buy it and humiliate him. Even he was helping him. After this, he also played some terrorism songs in subways. He claims that they all are from the chats of people who donated in Twitch still. He is responsible for that. He can stop if he wanted to, but instead of that, he attaches a speaker on his shoulder so that it came out louder. After kicked off of the subway by the police, he's still saying he will never get canceled. But after this, he banned from Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and all his strategy are getting backfire on him now. He is getting broke every day because of no earning and paying for stay and lawyers. Now, without the money and in this situation, he did start streaming every day because he can't afford not doing that. He humiliates his friend in his stream, and little after a Korean person came and punched on his face, and now people support that person and named him Captain Korea. One more, when he was going out from his hotel, a person was waiting for him, and when he came out, he throws him on the ground and beat him and bursts his lips. Police came and took Somali in the car. Even police was saving him. Still, he was behaving like this in police car. Imagine a life when you you have to change your stay every day. You can't walk openly as people looking for you. You getting beaten up every time you get out. You have to ask police for help, and don't even behave good with police when they are only one who can save you. Yeah, this is the life of Somali right now in Korean. Here are the latest charges against him. Obstruction of business for causing disturbances at a convenience store in Seoul, up to 5 years in jail. Violation of anti-terrorism laws after his Subway live stream broadcasted bomb threats, up to 7 years. Desecration of a monument for inappropriate behavior with the Statue of Peace, a sacred monument honoring wartime victims, up to 3 years. Blackmail, up to 10 years. Insults, up to 1 year. Deepfakes, 5 or more years. Sexual threats to children, up to 3 years. Public indecency, up to 1 year. A total of 32 years jail. The South Korean government has taken these charges very seriously, implementing a travel ban to prevent Johnny from fleeing the country, so that no one will do this again in future like him. Even if Korea deport him to America, his old crimes are opened, and also American Korean people keep threatening him that they all are gang up and waiting for him in America. So now, even if Korea came back, he will face some big consequences. Johnny Somali's story is far from over, but one thing is clear: actions have consequences. As he awaits his fate in South Korea, the world watches, not with sympathy, but with a mix of outrage and relief that justice might finally be served. What do you think about this case? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wild world of live streaming.